Good morning and welcome back to Community Couch Time. I'm Ms. Guadalupe Carrasco Cardona, and I'm going to come to you daily with topics that we should be talking about, things that are happening globally, things that are happening nationally, things that are happening in our community, but most importantly, things that we oftentimes don't talk about. And the question is, why shouldn't we? And the thing that's really amazing is that we get to share our perspectives with another amazing human being, Miss Tiffany Wallace.
Good morning, great minds and good people. I'm Miss Tiffany Wallace, and thank you for having me for Community Couch Time. Now, let's start the discourse.
Good morning. Welcome back to Community Couch Time. How are you, Miss Wallace?
I'm doing great, Miss Cardona. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. And I just love how we are always like connected and we show up matching. It's not planned.
It's not planned or coordinated. It just
at all.
Like that.
Very often. We turn on the camera and it's like again. I love it.
We're on the same wave, same vibes. I
yes,
like it.
Totally. I love that too. The more we spend time together, the more it happens too, it seems. Yeah. So today I just feel really inspired. Our lives have significantly changed temporarily, thank goodness, to the Zoom life. And so I was thinking we should share some cool Zoom stories or ways that we're using Zoom that is creative to get us through these times. Do you have a story to share?
Yeah, actually, so coming up, I believe it's this weekend or next, I'm not sure, but in the next couple weeks, I'm going to be seeing one of my friends. I may have mentioned her before, Sandra, and she's going to be doing stand-up comedy for her birthday via Zoom. And so I'm really looking forward to it. She's just going to be talking about like her background, being like from LA or actually Orange County, Latinx, and going to private school and going and studying law and academics and then moving back, and just like how her journey has changed from growing up in working class neighborhood, brown neighborhood, and going to a school that is a very highly recognized institution, and in an where there's not a lot of diversity, not a lot of people of color, and then getting knowledge and coming back and applying that through helping with immigrant rights.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, but in a funny way, in a comedy way. Like
that's great.
Hardcore work, saving people's lives, like saving people, through paperwork and fighting and litigation. And then at the same time, like, okay, what is my funny story? Like, what are the things that have happened? So I'm really looking forward to it. My partner and I, we're just thinking about what kind of food we're gonna have while we go. Like, we want the whole setup.
That's great. I love it.
Like a comedy show. I'm like, can I have a candle? Maybe I'll light a candle. We'll have
a little red candle.
Red candle. Right there.
Yeah.
Just kind of like watch her and support her. Use a little clap icon on my Zoom. And,
is it open to the public, or is it just like by invite only?
I think it's just by invite only.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So yeah, I think so. Probably because it's her talking about her personal life.
Right.
At least now, if it gets a good reception, I think that she should open it up more. But
I would buy a ticket to see her if she went public.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
People have just such incredible lives, and they do these amazing hardcore things with such determination, and and working in immigrants' rights on the legal standpoint, the legal part of it with litigation is a lot of hard work, and and it's challenging. And then the humor in that.
That's great.
Very special.
I actually have two kind of creative Zoom things that I wanted to share also.
Oh, cool.
And so one of them is in my home, like my husband, he's an actor, and since the pandemic struck, obviously things have changed quite a lot. And so some of the projects that he was working on and a lot of his friends were working on had to come to a stop. But eventually they kind of had to get a little bit more creative. And so one of the things that he did was he was part of a performance called August 29th, which is about August 29th, 1970, the Chicano Moratorium and Ruben Salazar. And so he performed in that, and the Latino Theater Company had it available to stream for 10 days for free, which is really amazing. And so that's something that that we've had to like kind of change the way we do things, be creative. And I know that the art world has really done that quite a lot. But the other thing is, literally 2 days ago, I got an invite to a wedding. A wedding, yes. My
Oh, that
friend
sounds
is
so
getting married.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. And so it specifically says, they're in love, they want to get married, they don't want to wait. And so we've been invited to witness that next weekend. So yeah, my
Oh,
friend's getting married live
that's so
on Zoom.
beautiful.
Yeah, that is.
Love in the time of coronavirus.
Love in the Time of Coronavirus. Exactly. Love in the Time of Cholera, by the way, is one of my favorite books. I love that book. I love that book. So
That's so beautiful, though. Okay, are you gonna
yeah,
have your own little wedding cake that you eat? Are you gonna try to recreate the moment?
I didn't think about that, but I think maybe we will get either a little wedding cake or like the bizcochos, which are like little Mexican wedding cookies. Maybe I can ask my mom to give me the recipe for that, and I can maybe make some of those. I've not been baking too much because of the heat. Like when I turn the oven on in my house, like it's ridiculous. Like, oh, it's so hot. But maybe, yeah, that might be a good idea. Or I could pick some up at La Monarca, one of the local coffee spots that has them. Yeah. So
Fun.
yeah. So comedy, theater, and also now weddings. And so, what is something that we need to think about with all that? And that is like to honor the show, right? To be, to make sure that that we don't disrupt, to make sure that we don't turn on our microphones right in the middle of I do. We got to like give give folks that space right in the middle of the punchline, mess up the punchline, right? And so it makes me really think about how important it is for us to advance in this time and get creative, but at the same time be respectful of one another's spaces, Zoom spaces as well. It's very much like it's like a temporary, like, new space that we have to get used to
Navigate, yeah.
navigate and be
Yeah.
respectful, honor that, even though it's like physically in different parts of the world, it is like we're sharing a space together.
And it can really feel somewhat informal because we're online and we're in our homes,
Right,
and there is that element to it. But at the same time, it makes it even more special because of the kind of atmosphere that we're living in.
right.
And so honoring, I like how you say that, like
Yeah,
that really resonates with me. Honoring the space that we have, appreciating the things that we have, like
yeah,
we're okay in our homes, we're safer here. And so
yeah,
um definitely want to appreciate the things that we have, like the little things. It feels little, but it really means a lot right
yeah,
now, especially now. So
yeah.
I really like using the react buttons, like with the clapping hands or like the thumbs up, or the flash chats that we did.
I love
And
those too. Yeah.
yeah, that was so great. And I saw you do, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. We can all participate. So honoring that and leaving the space for like what it is means a lot to me too,
Mhm.
because it's just hard times. So things mean
Right.
a lot more, I think.
So that takes us to our community couch time daily journal. And the question is in the spaces that you've been in, the virtual, online Zoom spaces, when have you felt like the space was honored really beautifully? And when have you felt like maybe, the space wasn't honored? Maybe there was some type of a disruption or something like that that you experienced. Share with us. We want to know.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. In la catch.
In my catch.